The war in Ukraine has, however, also shown the importance of this transatlantic cooperation instrument in challenging times. In this new context, the TTC has been indispensable for fostering the unprecedented level of cooperation on export controls and sanctions. Some of the more tangible examples of these reinforcements, in my opinion, are: one, the creation of the Artificial Intelligence Subgroup; second, the creation of an EU-US as well strategic standardization information mechanism; and third, the commitment to develop a common analytical framework for identifying foreign information manipulation.
So how you develop trade among the friends, how do you steer the technology of the future? It is the question of trust. So we need to look where the trusted ways to build it. And I think the companies will do a lot themselves to be more secure on their production times and capacities, possibilities. But there is also a need for the more closely working together with the like-minded country.
TTC, I would say, is a brand today, and it's something we need maybe to more publicize, but it has a very concrete existence in terms of links, in terms of structural elements, and we could demonstrate the value of it. Thanks to the TTC, we were able in no time to organize ourselves and coordinate sanctions. Increasingly, I believe that the TTC is instrumental in making sure that we explain to our American colleagues what is the aim of our legislation. I think that Paris was again a turning point. We need to move one gear up to go to concrete projects, but I think that the huge work that was done between the administration but also with stakeholders is now starting to pay off.
A focus on international standards, on technology standards, on unifying a standard approach, not dictating from government what those standards should look like, but operating in a way that endorses, reinforces, and encourages voluntary industry standards is very important and allows us to ensure that technology operates to the benefit of consumers and businesses on both sides of the Atlantic.
It is very encouraging to see how both the EU and US governments see criticality of digitalization for our future, and that technology was picked as a topic for this collaboration. This matters for competitiveness of our economies and for sustainable future of our economies. But we need to make sure that the EU and US markets are open for companies from both sides of the Atlantic. Second, recognizing that TTC does not replace separate regulations and legislations. And finally, this is a bilateral setup, but the goals are actually to look outwards. It's about global focus.
First, we need fair competition and open markets because these are shared values between the US and the EU. There should be reciprocal participation and openness in each other's markets. And secondly, of course, and this has been mentioned, we need secure transatlantic data transfers because frankly, without that, much of the activity in research and other work streams of the TTC would become irrelevant.